Welcome back. This is The Pick.
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
And we're going to be talking about why we think Ty Law and Richard Seymour should be in the Hall of Fame. Now, personally, I think they're a little more of a stretch than Isaac Bruce. Our preview video why we think Isaac Bruce should be in. We're doing these two different videos just because these two teams are in the Hall of Fame, Super Bowl, and these three players, should be in the Hall of Fame or have an opportunity to be in the Hall of Fame. So, Richard Seymour's up first for us. He got 3 Super Bowls with that first Patriot dynasty, and he was one of the catalysts for that amazing defense. 7-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, 2-time second team, 3-time first team. He was on the 50th New England anniversary team. Yeah. New England all-time team in the 2000s, all-decade team in the NFL in the 2000s, and he was pretty good in college too. So he's really impressive NFL player, and he played really well in college too. He had almost 500 tackles. Now he didn't have a ton of sacks. He had 57 and a half, but that's the thing. It wasn't necessarily his job to get a ton of sacks. He was an interior guy in the 3-4. So your job is to hold your man, take on blocks, get to the quarterback when you need to, but get sacks is a plus, not necessarily a requirement. He was an amazing player for the Patriots, and he played all right for the Raiders too.
He did.
And so that's the other thing. That wasn't just a system. That was him as well. So I think he was a really great player. If he doesn't get in the Hall of Fame this year, I'm not going to be upset, but I think he should be a Hall of Famer one day. So that's kind of why we're talking about him. Get into Ty Law right quick. Give me 1 second, Ryan. You can go ahead and.
I was about to say, I'll get into it. I think Richard Seymour should be a Hall of Famer. Kind of in the same boat as Adam. I wouldn't be totally upset if he didn't get it this year or even next year, but I do think eventually he should get in. He was a force in the middle of that defense. Really, he was just that guy that stuffed the run and kind of get pressure on the quarterback. He never really was a sack machine or anything like that. But yeah, he did. He made a big impact on run defense, and he was just one of those guys that kind of like on defense instead of offense with Isaac Bruce and all these other guys. He never really run his mouth. He just kind of did his job and got off the field, took his pads off and went home. He was a solid player. I wouldn't be totally upset if he didn't make it this year, but I do think he deserves to be eventually in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he was a really great player, man. All right, Ty Law. So let's get to that right quick. He played for the Patriots the majority of his career. Then he played for the Jets for a season, Chiefs for a couple seasons, Jets again, then the Broncos last season. 3 Super Bowls with that dynasty, just like Seymour. He had 5 Pro Bowlers. 2-time All-Pro first team, 2-time NFL interception leader. As well in the 2000s All-Decade team. So he was really dominant in those 2000s, early 2000 years. He had 838 tackles, 169 deflections, 53 interceptions, 7 touchdowns, and 5 sacks. So he had a pretty impressive career as well as seasons. That one game against the Colts that he picked off Peyton Manning a whole bunch of times, that was absolutely incredible. Right. He did an amazing job against the greatest show on turf. And he was really the best corner in the early 2000s, in my eyes. And he definitely was a catalyst for those great Patriots secondary and Super Bowl teams on their defense. So, man, I'm really impressed with his career. He's one of those guys, if he doesn't get in this year, I'm not going to be super pissed off, but I hope he gets in one day. So, man, that's all I really got to say about both of these guys. I think both are Hall of Famers, but if they don't get in this year, it's not the end of the world for me, but both really contributed to that early dynasty for the Patriots.
Oh, yeah, they were definitely in that mix. Ty Law, he's definitely one of, like he said, early 2000s. He was in there, established as one of the best. Just real quick, I do want to mention, I love Champ Bailey, and he's the first battle in my eyes. And he was, they were part of that mix together. And, he was up there with him, making big plays. Matter of fact, Ty Law, I believe, in one of the Super Bowls that he won, he got a game-winning interception to seal it. I want to say it was against Carolina, but I might be wrong. But it was one of those Super Bowls. He got the game-winning interception, so he was definitely a solid player. He definitely made big plays when he needed to for his team, and I definitely would say for me, as far as when it comes to Ty Law and Richard Seymour, I would edge it out. Say if they had to pick one, say they had to just slide one in instead of both, I would slide Ty Law in a little ahead of Richard Seymour because he was a little more dominant in his position, a little more than what Richard was. But Richard Seymour is definitely not far behind him. But if I had to choose, I think I would slide in Ty Law before I would slide in Richard Seymour. But yeah, he was established his position. He was very good, and yeah, man, he was a part of that dynasty, that beginning of that dynasty, and yeah, he was absolutely solid.
All right, well, that's all I got to say about this.
Real quick, what do you think? Would you slide in Ty Law before Seymour? Or would you?
Yeah. I think Ty Law was just a bit better of a player in my eyes, and I think he had a bit better of an impact.
Yeah.
But I think Richard Seymour had a bit longer of a career, dominant-wise. So you can just pick either one. I think they're kind of both in a kind of the same situation in my eyes.
But yeah, that'll do it for us. Please comment, like, subscribe. Of course, love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. We'll see you on the next one.